Here's what's not happening right now. Snow. We finally get a commute without the flakes, but how long is that going to last? Paula?
Hey, Ben, Michiganders are spending an exorbitant amount on weddings. In fact, there's a lot driving it, but we're going to show you how to make a U-turn to be a lot more reasonable, Karen.
A lot of people will appreciate that. Thank you, Paula. Also first at 4, President Trump talks immigration and takes a swipe at a movie star during a national prayer breakfast. Up first, a mother charged with abuse. Her children found home alone, and prosecutors describe the grim conditions they were found living in. First at 4 starts now.
Live from downtown Detroit, Local 4 News First at 4 starts now.
Good afternoon, I'm Karen Drew. First at 4, a mother facing criminal charges, and she could end up behind bars. 25-year-old Sarah King faced a judge today on child abuse charges. Prosecutors say her children were found all alone in a home with no electricity and no heat. Saturday, King's 6-year-old and 8-month-old daughters were found in a home with terrible conditions. A neighbor called police after finding the 6-year-old screaming outside on the porch. King's bond was set at $75,000. She's also not allowed to have contact with her children, who are now living with a relative. Extra police patrols out in Wyandotte today after a man tries to abduct a girl on her way to school. It happened Wednesday morning when the 13-year-old Wilson Middle School student was walking to meet a friend for a ride. A man in a white van approached her and told her to get in his van. She refused and took off running to a convenience store where a friend's mom was waiting. So far, no new incidents have been reported. Construction is now underway for the new Little Caesars World Headquarters being built near Comerica Park. The $150 million 9-story building is expected to be finished sometime next year. This week, a crane started to lift the first steel beams into place. Once complete, the World Headquarters will have 14-foot glass windows shaped like slices of pizza. The headquarters will also house 700 employees. In today's first forecast, more sunshine, but man, Ben, it is really cold out there.
It's cold out, Karen, plus the wind not helping matters at all. Even though the air temperature's in the 20s, wind chills, teens and single digits out there right now. We've got another frigid night ahead of us. We're going to be dropping to about 16 here at midnight, continuing to lows obviously colder than that. We'll look at wind chills for tomorrow's start and where your weekend forecast goes from here, whether or not it includes any snow. That's coming up, Karen.
All right, thank you, Ben. President Donald Trump attended his first national prayer breakfast today, defending his policies and how he does business. Devin Scillian joins us now with highlights from the president's speech. Devin.
Well, Karen, interesting contrast, I think you'd say, to the last prayer address given by his predecessor, President Obama. While President Obama talked about overcoming fear through faith, President Trump defended his recent travel ban, saying he wants Americans to feel safe and secure.
Our nation has the most generous immigration system in the world. But these are those, and there are those, that would exploit that generosity to undermine the values that we hold so dear. We need security.
President Trump also responded to reports that he's had tense conversations with the leaders of Australia and Mexico. One transcript showed Mr. Trump saying he would send U.S. troops into Mexico to stop, quote, his term, bad hombres if Mexico can't do it. The White House said that comment was made in a lighthearted way. The president had this to say.
When you hear about the tough phone calls I'm having, don't worry about it. Just don't worry about it. They're tough. We have to be tough. It's time we're going to be a little tough, folks.
Now, by the way, President Trump opened his speech asking the nation in a joking way to pray for Arnold Schwarzenegger so that the ratings on Celebrity Apprentice will go up. He said it's been a disaster. Schwarzenegger responded saying maybe they should switch jobs so Mr. Trump can worry about ratings and Arnold Schwarzenegger will be president, and as he put it, people could finally sleep comfortably at night. Karen, we have Forrest Gump's box of chocolates every day. You never know what you're going to get. Back to you.
Very true. All right. Thank you very much, Devin. First at 4, we're also on top of stories making headlines all around the world this Thursday afternoon. Let's start over in Delaware, where a prison hostage situation has ended after 24 hours with one guard killed. The standoff started yesterday morning when inmates took 4 hostages. 2 guards remain held hostage this morning. One was rescued. The other was found dead inside the prison. Now investigators say 120 inmates are now considered suspects. Italian police say a mafia boss was keeping his business all in the family. Naples prosecutors say 2 daughters and a daughter-in-law of a jailed mafia boss have now been arrested. Investigators say the women were paying salaries of syndicate members and taking orders from jailed bosses to the outside. 2 women are in custody. 1 is under house arrest because she is pregnant. Every time you hear wedding bells, many of you may be hearing the sound of cash registers ringing. A new survey finds the average cost of a wedding has hit an all-time high, and that is an average of $35,000. Now, 47% of couples actually admit to spending more money than they planned. Our Paula Tutman pulls back the veil on what's behind this spending boom. Paula?
Well, first of all, Karen, start with our own numbers. In Michigan, we're actually higher than the national average at $35.5 thousand. That's just the average. It doesn't have to be that way. I'm at Barb's Bridal in Utica. I want you to take a look. Which one of these gowns only costs $500? Weddings can be reasonable. They can, but there's something very specific driving this trend.
Actually, I like this.
We met Sandy at Kayla Shawn Luxury Consignment and Retail in Shelby Township. Her big day is coming up, and she is slammed. July 7th, and the receipt list is as long as the guest list.
And I have 14 bridesmaids. Yeah. My veil alone was $150.
The price tag of her wedding, more than $30,000 and counting.
My thing is, if you're going to do it big. Bling, everything.
And that's the trend. Big drivers for the wow factor, wedding shows, reality TV, and social media.
You're going to see into someone's wedding now with the social media factor that we have available to someone that you may have gone to high school with that you would have never been attending their wedding. You're going to see how much they spent into their wedding and what kind of decor they had and where they were at, what venue, where they checked in at, all these things that you necessarily wouldn't have seen, 10 years ago. So I think people really do take all of that into consideration when they're planning their big day.
Another big expense is the ring. The ring is the thing. This is where we're being told millennials seem to be driving the market with.
So it's just not always about how big it is. It's about how nice it is. So if they can only afford a 1-carat diamond, which is a nice size stone, they're not going to go to the 1.5 carat and have it a little yellow with imperfections you can see with your naked eye. They'd rather spend more money on a nicer stone.
Kim Michael is our expert. Every season she does brides-to-be bridal shows and offers would-be brides and grooms a smorgasbord to choose from. And she says spending big is in, but the interesting thing is it doesn't have to be top dollar to keep up with the Kardashians. The next show, February 12th, can get you everything from the flowers to the cake to the dress, and you can find it within budget in one place.
The facility itself is going to have food samples. I mean, what better way, for a bride to find out and have an opportunity to find out if this is a venue that they want. They're also going to see fashion, They're going to see those dresses anywhere from low budget to high budget.
Social media, man. So which one of these dresses can you tell was only $500 on social media? Karen, actually, it's these two. They're just as beautiful. We're going to put information on that bride show on my Facebook page, Local 4 Paula Tutman, so you can save some money, maybe for a down payment for a house. And there's a little bonus. I also have my wedding pictures on there as well, Karen. The least stressful day of my life. And I wanted to share them with you guys as well. Karen.
I was going to say, didn't you get married like in Alaska on an iceberg or something like that?
It was actually a glacier, and it was the least stressful day of my life.
I remember the story, and I love the pictures. So cool of you to share those. All right, thank you, Paula.
Thanks.
Still to come, first at 4, a daycare center sends a message to parents telling them to get off their phones. We've got the debate. It is going viral right now. Also, this sign says, "Help wanted. Minorities need not apply." The business owner's explanation ahead. Dr. McGeorge.
Well, Karen, laundry pods have come under fire for poisoning kids, and now doctors are noticing another type of injury on the rise. Well, you need to know about these next.
Anna Nicole.
All right, good health. New concern today about those laundry pods that you are holding, Doc, and apparently eye doctors are now seeing the results of the damage from some of these things.
Yeah, you know, we've reported a lot on the various injuries that these can cause, particularly children that are being poisoned by them. Well, now a new report finds many kids are also suffering eye injuries from them. It's not difficult for an adult to burst one of these liquid laundry packets. But young children have also popped them, getting the detergent in their eyes, which has led to an increasing number of serious chemical burns from 2012 to 2015.
The number of eye injuries among small children aged 3 to 4 due to these laundry detergent pods increased significantly from almost none to almost 500 per year.
These single-use laundry packets have higher concentrations of chemicals and cleaning agents, and that can lead to vision loss if they get into the eyes. The American Cleaning Institute released a statement reading in part, "Manufacturers of liquid laundry detergent packets are very committed to reducing the number of incidents with these products, which are used safely by millions of consumers every day." This study looked at injuries that occurred before many manufacturers adopted voluntary safety standards in 2015, including opaque packaging and improving warning labels. If a child's eye is exposed to the laundry packets, doctors say immediately get the eye under cool running water and leave it there for at least 20 minutes.
The longer you can run water on that eye, the more likely you are to save that child's vision.
Experts also recommend storing those packets up, away, and out of sight. Now, almost 85% of these injuries happen in the home. Safety experts really recommend families with young children just avoid using these products altogether.
You have to wonder if it's just worth the risk just to save those few
Exactly.
seconds.
Tiny convenience, big risk.
Yeah, all right. Thank you, Doug. Well, before we get to Ben Bailey, let's check in with Miss Woody, the groundhog over in Howell. Remember we introduced you to her yesterday? Well, this morning she barely came out of her little house, but she did see her shadow on this Groundhog Day, so that means 6 more weeks of winter. And you know what, Ben? It did kind of feel like that. It was chilly out there today. I mean, bone chilly, and I want to say, really.
It was. I don't blame her at all. I mean, if somebody got me up at 8 in the morning and opened my front door.
Exactly. You would be staying in. Exactly.
But yeah, we got 6 more weeks of winter. We finally got some sunshine.
That is nice.
That helps that we don't have any snow. So things are definitely looking a little bit different as we look at temperatures across the country right now. Not typical winter. In fact, we're a little bit colder than what we would normally see this time of year. But those numbers will be going up. We've got some warmer air that's headed in our direction. It is going to be probably the weekend, though, before we start seeing those numbers improve. We're at 25 at Metro right now. Air temperatures all in the 20s. Doing the math from yesterday, though, the difference about 10 to 15 degrees colder than what we saw yesterday, at least with the temperature. When you factor in that wind chill, that spread becomes a little bit higher. Now, there is snow on the west side of the state, little lake effect stuff going on out there towards Grand Rapids. Not having any luck getting to this side of the state. Clouds were a little bit more prevalent earlier in the day and have kind of throttled back a little bit, allowing for some more sunshine. Tonight we will see those clouds increase as we go into tomorrow, but do expect to see at least a good deal of sunshine during the day tomorrow as well. High pressure eventually slides east. We get the return flow. That'll start warming up the temperatures. We do have a system that's going to roll through here on Saturday night. This is 11 p.m. Most of that snow will be in northern lower Michigan, probably just brushing our north and west zones here. So not going to be a ton as far as accumulation goes. Very minimal at best. Then once we get into Sunday morning, could be a couple more flakes until that cold front comes through. Then we're looking at dry conditions beyond that as we close out the weekend. So tonight, 12 degrees for that overnight low. Again, clouds increasing as we get past midnight tonight. Here's your 4-zone forecast. We're going to look at wind chills and how we're going to start out tomorrow morning. Remember, temperatures will be just a little bit milder than this, but this is how it's going to feel. 6 degrees in the city of Detroit, 7 near the airport, 7 downriver tomorrow. South zone, your wind chills to start things out anywhere between 2 above in Onstead, 3 above here in Luna Pier, and likely 5 and 6 will be the wind chill across most of our south zone. Wind chills here in our west zone will be below 0 in a couple spots, especially Genesee County, slightly milder, or I should say less frigid as you get down towards Michigan Avenue. And across our north zone, not surprisingly, a lot of negative wind chills tomorrow morning as we get started. Not a huge improvement as we get into the afternoon. 24 in the air temperature. We'll keep wind chills probably on either side of 10 degrees as we get into the afternoon. Here comes that warmer air for the weekend. And again, it's that Saturday night, Sunday morning, few snowflakes. Most of that will be in our north zone. And once we get into next week, pretty big system shaping up there for Tuesday. Still very difficult to tell what type of precipitation we're going to get, but should be close to 40 degrees in the afternoon either way. Karen?
All right, thank you, Ben. In today's trending stories, 3 little girls paid tribute to the movie Hidden Figures, and even the stars of the movie are noticing. Up first, the restaurant sign that made so many people angry, and parents under attack for being on their phone too much. Trending stories next. Let's talk trending stories this afternoon. This sign in a restaurant caused a whole lot of hoopla, a lot of outrage. It says, "Help wanted, minorities need not apply." It happened in Spartanburg, South Carolina. Someone posted a photo on Facebook. People started calling for boycotts. Employees have stepped up to defend the owner, saying that this was a bad misunderstanding. English is the owner's second language, and she says she thought the sign read, "Minors need not apply." The owner posted an apology and hopes it will all blow over. This is also trending. A letter posted at a Texas daycare causing a lot of debate. I know it's hard for you to see, but basically it says, parents, get off your phones when they come to pick up their kids. One paragraph says, quote, "We've heard a child say, 'Mommy, mommy, mommy,' and the parent is paying more attention to their phone than their own child. It is appalling." Some people sticking up for parents, saying they could be taking an emergency call, but the photo also has nearly 70,000 likes. Also trending, 3 little girls celebrate Black History Month and get noticed by some really big-time Hollywood stars. Take a look. 3 students in Milwaukee dressed up like the main characters in the movie Hidden Figures. The photo is going viral as the stars of the movie retweeted the image. Actress Taraji Henson wrote in her caption, "I do what I do," hashtag, so the babies can dream. Now that is pretty cool. All right, coming up, we invite you to see what's cooking in Detroit for the next week. We are going to tempt your taste buds, and you can also do a good deed. First, take a look at what I'm working on for tonight at 11.
Missing for more than 60 days.
I talked to her. You know, are we going to find you today?
Danielle Stislicki's parents sit down for a rare conversation about the disappearance of their daughter.
And that hope of her being alive, even though it's scary to think it's winter time, it's been 2 months, how would she be cared for?
And police share the one piece of evidence that could be critical in solving the mystery. Where is Danielle? The Defenders tomorrow at 11.
Detroit Restaurant Week kicks off tomorrow, giving you a chance to taste some really great food. You can find nearly 24 restaurants online offering 3-course dinners for $29 or $39. Restaurant Week actually runs for 10 nights from tomorrow through February 12th, with some proceeds actually going to Forgotten Harvest. So to get things started, we're talking to the folks from Traffic Jam and Snug. This is Chelsea Piner, and you brought in some samples, and we're also going to be talking to Jeffrey as well about some of the cocktails. But the food deals are really a great deal in terms of what you get for your money.
Oh, absolutely. Well, so we have been there for 52 years. We're one of Detroit's oldest, most established restaurants. We have the luxury of having a beautiful greenhouse on our rooftop garden. So we've incorporated all of our spices into every dish. So these are just some examples of some of the things that we will have. The first is a homemade crab Asiago gratin. That's going to be
what this is right here.
Yes, ma'am. And that's going to be served with the baguettes with our homemade Asiago. We're going to pair that one with the Helles Lager. So this is a historic Detroit brand, Altez, that we are revamping and bringing back. So the richness of the crab dip will be cut by the clean, crisp flavor of the Helles Lager. So we're going to move on to our pistachio encrusted lamb chops. Ooh. Again, we have our rooftop garden marjoram. It's going to accompany that with a apricot herb couscous. So that one is absolutely fabulous. And then we're going to move on to one of our featured desserts. This is a, make sure I say it right, Carlotta Chocolata ice cream cheesecake. So it is tongue twister. It is a double chocolate cheesecake encased in coffee ice cream, hot fudge, and espresso grounds atop of that. So we're going to pair that one with a new beer that we have out. This is a brandied apple pale. So what we did for this, we took some local Michigan apples, I brandied them with some cinnamon, and I added them right into the beer to age.
That's cool.
So you're going to get the apple flavor. You'll get a little bit of hint of brandy at the end to warm it up. Pairs fantastic with the dessert.
And Jeffrey, you are the What,
mixologist?
Mixologist? Is that what we decided we were going to call you? Tell us what's in the cocktails here.
Well, along with being the first brew pub in the state of Michigan and having a full bar, we're featuring for Detroit Restaurant Week, we're featuring a variation on the classic Tom Collins with a house-made raspberry syrup and a little touch of rose water.
Wow. Oh my goodness! So we're running a little. It does. We're running a little out of time, but we definitely want to thank you so much for bringing all this yummy food. And we did post your menu, by the way, for Traffic Jam and Snug and other restaurants on clickondetroit.com, right on our food page. Check it out. See you at 5. Thank you, guys. Yeah.